Houston. Thank you for that great rendition of Days Go By Keith Urban. Days starting to go by, so we better start living, and we are. We're enjoying every minute up here, and thanks so much for the greeting from the Johnson Station, our home. Home of some of the hardest working, most talented people who have made some incredible things happen in spaceflight. We thank you for that greeting, and we're looking forward to another great day in space.
It's floating through the airlock. Gets a little noisier in here. Now we pitch up 90 degrees. That's the back of the airlock, where when you do a spacewalk out of the shuttle, that's where you get out into the payload bay. There we are, making our way up into what's called the PMA. Tight clearances in some of these areas. That's probably the tightest one right there. Okay, and we emerge into the node 1. Now, first we're going to look down. We're going to look down into the MPLM. Now, MPLM work is kind of underway. And one thing I find quickly is you have to orient yourself in each module. So down to me in this module is like this. This is down. And the reason we call this down is because when we land, it's going to be this side that faces Earth. So when we think about how we pack things, especially water, we pack it so that it'll be lying on something flat when we come back. And we don't pack it on something sharp, so that when we come back into the atmosphere and we get back into a gravitational field, it falls onto something sharp and pops. Now we're going to turn you around. Take a look back. We'll head out of the MPLM now. Now we'll hang a right turn, but what we have to do is orient ourselves to down in the space station, which is this way. So that's the direction we were initially facing when we came into space station, but we're not going to go that way yet because there's a couple other things to look at here. And the first one is this way. This is the Japanese module, and it is always the quietest and cleanest place on the space station. We have all of our press events right there, which is why that camera's hanging up there. And we're just going to float through here, and I'm going to show you one more thing that I guess you could call an attic. We have to pitch up here, and we look into what's called the JLP, or the attic, and that is very, very clean too.
Houston Station on the big loop. This is Mike.
Now I'll go back down. There's a couple windows here that we could look out.
Go ahead, Mike.
We could look out one of them right now.
I'll let you know, I had put some files on the T drive, OCA down for Houston. Folder for Photo TV 3D, and it's kind of a non-standard files there. If you guys could get those.
How's that for a winner of a view?
Or downloaded, and then let the JSC Photo TV guys know that we've sent those down.
It's a beautiful place from up here.
Copy all. We'll make that happen.
Great, thanks.
All right, we're going to close this window up again. A little shutter. It's a wheel just off to my left that I'm turning. And we're going to turn back around. And we're going to head out of the gym. coming up on that node I mentioned. And on the other side of the node is the Columbus module. We'll just take a quick look inside there. You can see here it's crowded like everything else. These resupply flights, as they call them, are very disturbing, is probably a good word when it comes to just overall station organization. So now we're headed back in our original direction. There's Mike Fossum.
What's that?
He's one of the guys who lives here. So he's, I guess, our host. Say hi, Mike.
Hi. We're doing a flyabout.
Actually, I think I said the last one was node 1. That was actually node 2 back there. Here is node 1. And what I'm going to do is pitch down here. We're going to take a look into what used to be an MPLM. It's now called a PMM, a Permanent Logistics Module. And I'm going to orient myself back to down. And I'm going to go through here and show you just what pandemonium is ensues here, because we're moving everything in. So you can see it just looks like a wreck, but it'll look a little bit better before we leave. I'd like to thank the commander of the International Space Station, Andrei Borisenko, for your hospitality. You've been absolutely fantastic to us. You and your crew have demonstrated not only ISS hospitality, but you've demonstrated fantastic Russian hospitality. It's been wonderful to be here with you. You have a wonderful home. You're taking fantastic care of it, and you're going to keep it looking good for generations of space travelers to come.
We have good together work, and I would say you have a good landing. Thanks for our work.
Anything else we're going to do? Or
Just say I want to say a few words.
Oh, yeah. Right. Hey, just a few words overall on the mission itself. You know, this was a little bit of a unique mission for a couple of different reasons. First of all, we had kind of an abbreviated crew. We had 4 shuttle crew coming up, joining 6 space station crew. I think in this particular instance, it forced us all to work as a very tight team from the very beginning. We had a lot of help from our station counterparts, Sasha and Andrei, Sergey. The very first day that we were docked, they showed up in the MPLM to put me to work. They were absolutely wonderful. They were great sports and took care of actually stowing an awful lot of our cargo for us. We emptied the MPLM finally today, and just a short while ago put it back in the shuttle's payload bay, hopefully with everything that should be on there, and if not, what's remaining is going to go through this hatch in just a moment. But to the Expedition 28 crew, again, thank you very much for your hospitality on behalf of the 135 crew.
Well, thanks, Fergie. It's been an honor having you guys on board. It's been great having you guys on board. It's great being a part of this really important and historic mission, and we want to just thank you guys so much for leaving the space station in a posture for continued utilization, continued use for the rest of the decade. It's been really great, and you know, I'd like to thank Doug for all your work on the transfer and robotics. It was just amazing. And where's Rex? Rex, thank you for all your leadership and your dedication and hard work on the spacewalk. You and the EDA team on the ground really made that a big success. And Fergie, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for bringing the guys here. But of all your many, many accomplishments that you did on this mission, for us, from our perspective, the most important thing you did was bring Sandy here. Sandy, we cannot thank you enough for always keeping the big picture in mind, always keeping what life is going to be like after you guys leave. You were just absolutely amazing. We just cannot thank you enough for everything that you've done for us. And you know, we don't even realize it yet, but in a couple of weeks we're going to be going, wow, I'm glad Sandy was here. And we tried to trade Mike for Sandy, but Fergie wouldn't take us up on the deal. But Fergie, thank you and your crew so much. Like I said, you really left it in a good position. So on behalf of the Expedition 28 crew, the entire ISS program, we'd like to thank you, your crew, and the entire STS 135 team for leaving the station ready to go for the rest of the decade. So thank you very much.
All right, it's our honor. All right. Congratulations. Mike?
Hug time, hug time. Thank you. It was very sweet.
That was very nice.
No, it
Very
was.
good. Very good. Sasha!
Commander.
Commander. Commander. Andre.
Good luck.
All right. Good luck to you.
See you, Michael.
See you, man.
All right, Sergey, you're going to send
Several
me an
days
address,
go.
right?
I know, it's too bad.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yes, I will have a safe landing.
Sasha.
Thanks to your
Oh.
Good to see you. You take care, okay?
Thank you. I think we will